Guys, thank you so much for joining us as Above So Below. We are talking definitely regarding Jupiter energy. This is my day of power. I appreciate y'all so very, very much. I had to take off these earphones. But I want to say salutations to each and every one of you guys that have been supporting Apostle Ely and being a part of my life. And I hope that you guys are actually taking this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and making your life a lot better. One of the things that I do on my platform is teach universal laws, really geared to a lot of Christians that want to practice the ATR, that may walk away from the church, but the church is still in them. And also I teach universal laws because it's applicable to each and every one of you. Whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Apollo, whether you're Mystic or Ajay, whether you are a Kabbalist, whether you are a Eastern Star. What's up there, Mama Susan? Welcome to Apostle Ely's Live. Gemini in the house. So these are the reasons why I put this information out there, in hopes, whether you work with me or somebody else of the ATR, that you will benefit from these practices and be more effective and more rational about what to expect when it comes down to the ATR. Considering the gift and the talent of that man or woman. What's up there, Marley Rogers? How you doing, sweet? What's up, my baby Scorpio in the house on my day of power? Yes, baby. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. I also want to say, before we get started, salutations to my Madrina and to my Padrinos, to my brothers and sisters that are in the ATRs. Hello and much love to each and every one of you guys. And when I say much love, I mean exactly what I say. Sag, that's what I be. I appreciate the life. Keish, you put such a beautiful response under there about the love incense. Thank you so much. I posted that on my wall, on my YouTube page. I want to say, guys, I really appreciate a lot of you acknowledging the work behind a lot of my products, because I work really hard for you guys to experience the magic in my life the way that many of you guys have testified about. So I do appreciate that. To my Christian buddies, these are the cards that I read from Technology of the Soul. Oh, my son liked my shirt. Thank you there, sir. Sir, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And then we got Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from North Carolina. And then I got my son, there he is, Pisces in the house. These are the 72 names of God, Technology of the Soul. I also want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to, all right there, brother Johnny. How you doing, follow our church? Much love to you, and thank you so much for the cash out for my crowning. You have been so consistent and so somebody to count on, and I pray that God heal, God make a way for you, and God intervene where you need it the most. And we thank God for you and appreciate you. I also see on my platform my Boaz, my Pisces. What's up there, Boaz? Yes, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, not only for the likes, the share, the constant. Let me tell y'all something. I know many of you guys text me or email me, it's like how much you appreciate me, but I appreciate you. You help me to. Is that my Aries? What's up there? The I Am Nation. What's up, Rakeem in the house? Peace and love to you as well. We are in a age of Aquarius, and when you're doing conjure work, y'all, and you're doing spell work or you're doing any kind of manifestation work, I want to teach something today, especially on my power day. And a lot of my magic has a lot to do with the concept that I'm going to teach about today, and why this is important, whether you work with me or work with somebody, or actually working with your own ancestor, to be honest with you. Key says the products work is just by paying attention and not trying to be in control. All right, Scorpio. Now that's grown woman talk. I appreciate that. Yes, they work, just you can't be in control. Woo, if we can get some older people, then you get that concept, baby. You catching on young. That gonna save you in a lot of ways. I also, guys, I want to teach tonight. When I tell you on my platform, I teach real magic. These are the concepts that I execute when I come to manifestation. I do realize that other people have other ways of doing things, but that's that. What's up there, Capricorn in the house? What's up there, Danielle? What's that, Diane Nelson? Did I say that? See that right? I should have cleaned my glasses before I came on live. But anyway, y'all know I mean much love and appreciation for y'all. We want to talk about something on tonight, on my day of power. And those that do not know what that is, this is the day that I manifest greater on this day. What's up there, Jay Prisco? What it be, bub? That's my co-worker at my job, Minister Mario. co-worker, Jay Prisco. Much love to you, my brother. Now, I want to talk about something called bait and switch. And when I say universal laws, whether you're a Christian, AJ, whether you're a mystic, whether you're a Lutheran, whether you're an atheist, stuff still applies. A lot of times people feel like because they don't believe in something, you don't have to believe in gravity, but it affects. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to believe in a lot of things, but scientifically, there are things that prove that certain things do exist. And it is to your benefit to acknowledge that and to learn how to navigate. I want to talk about this tonight because this is my day of power. And I want to tell y'all something, like when it comes to me manifesting why this is so important. Now, in Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter, 5 through 6. When I came up, I used to hear this term, let your word be your bond. It sounded like I comprehended it. It sounded like I understood it. Okay? As you grow as a man or woman and you start dealing with other people, you're going to really realize the value of an individual based off of what's bondable. You know what I'm saying? Bondable means that you're able, your word is worthy enough that somebody can release you on your own word, your own. So when you are in a place that basically you don't need a co-signer, you have enough weight and gold when it comes to your character, your demeanor. When you say things, they have weight to them. What's up, Mary Bond? What's up, babe? And this is why I'm going to share this with you. A lot of you guys want to grow in the ATRs, and you don't realize that this is going to affect whether or not that you're going to have the certain amount of weight that you want to have when it comes down to your spirituality and with your ancestors. So we're going to start Ecclesiastes 5 through 6. 5th chapter, 5th verse through the 6th. It says, better it is that thou shouldest not vow or make a commitment than that thou shouldest vow and not pay that vow. Verse 6 says, suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. When you in this journey, and let me say this to especially my babes, don't let your dilemma cause you to agree to things for in that moment of looking for some type of relief, some type of deliverance, some type of protection. A lot of times when people in circumstances and situations, they're especially if they're desperate about certain things, they're more quick to with their mouth to commit to certain things, or if they're trying to get somebody's attention, or that's why I use the word bait. A lot of times when you are trying to get something done, you try to bait God, you try to bait spirit, you try to bait people, and you put things out there that are desirable or near. What's up, that Minister Al? Greetings to you, blessing and peace to you too. So I want y'all to get clear. It says, suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore, God, be angry at thy voice and destroy the works of thy hand. Now, what people do not tell you guys, this is whether you believe in this or not. I want people to be grown. I want people to be aware of the power of the word, the power of your voice, the power. Even in the Bible, said God's voice walked in the garden. It is essential that you're not trying to bait the spirit. You're not out here saying things in front of the angel. That the Bible said, be careful how you treat people, because you could be entertaining an angel unaware. Some of you guys know that you're talking to spiritual people. And I wrote on here, stop making promises to spirits. Number one, I don't care how desperate you are. You do not make a commitment or offer anything that you're not willing to give. I was reading this story about the Eco tree, and this tree was a spirit of that worked miracles for people, right? And people would in our culture would go to this tree, and what's up there, Sister Brick House? What's up, Sister Jackie? And in this story, people would go and they would tell them like, oh, if you do this for me, I'll give you a goat. If you do this for me, I'll give you bread. If you do this for, they will always offer certain things to this spirit or this tree, and this tree will be granting wishes. But one day, this woman that was barren, that she really wanted to have a child. She wanted to have a child really bad. So she went to the tree after hearing all the testimony, and what she said to the tree, she said, If you grant me this child, I will give this child back to you. So the spirit of the tree said, oh my God, nobody ever offered a child to me. So the woman ended up getting pregnant. The woman ended up pregnant with a baby girl. In the process of getting pregnant with this baby girl, she basically forgot that she had made this commitment. So the spirit of the tree allowed a certain amount of time to go by. All of a sudden, the spirit left the tree and came to the woman's house and retrieved the girl. The girl was of a certain age at that particular time. But the tree begins to pull this little girl back to its house. And the moral of the story, if you make a promise, whether you forget or not, your word is your bond. I want y'all to understand, don't get in jail and make promises. God, like those, when you're in dilemmas and situations, a lot of times people make some of the most foolish. They might be sincere at that moment, but once they get certain relief or certain things turn around for them, they forget that they told spirit or said in front of the angel or said in front of the altar or whatever you were doing or wherever you are. Don't matter your religion. Your ashe, your chi, your prana from your mouth, your voice, do not cause you to get into trouble. And in this particular verse, it says that it will cause your labor of your hands to be destroyed. A lot of times, some of you guys think that people are working on you. Some of y'all think that people are attacking you. Some of y'all think that people are blocking you. When a lot of times you done made certain commitments that you have not fulfilled. It is better to not make one than to make one and break one. What's up there, Karen O'Brien, my Gemini? What's up, Unveiling and Pisces? Let me say it to y'all like this. I do realize that a lot of people are accustomed to lying. I realize that a lot of people are accustomed to saying things to get what they want at that moment, and then willing to renege on those promises or those commitments. I'm gonna tell you why this is dangerous. Tell you why I don't do it. If I go to the cemetery and I make a petition on the behalf of somebody and I say, listen, if you do X, Y, Z, I'm gonna do this for you. Okay? I keep my word. This is why you, as a practitioner or a spiritualist or even a bondsman, if you ever got bonded out of jail, if you don't pay, if you don't return to court, that bondsman is going to fine you, because that bondsman is putting his or her assets liable. That's why you only pay a certain percentage in order to get out of jail, because that bondsman is putting up the rest of that bond in order for you to get out of jail. When you, as a spiritual practitioner, you out here co-signing people's bonds or the bond of their mouth, letting their word be their bond, you say, okay, they good for it. You're going to have to pay that bond for that individual, because that spirit still wants what it wants. Because when you make an agreement with that spirit about that individual, and that individual decides not to commit, you got to clear yourself from that obligation with that particular spirit, so you don't get in trouble and it start attacking your prosperity, your health, and your well-being. Because at the end of the day, y'all came to the spirit didn't come to you. I want to say this because my lives of a grown people. Most of the time in natural relationships, the same thing in spiritual relationships, people want to act like they didn't say what they said. And I don't like bait and switch. I'm going to tell you why. Do not do stuff to draw people in and then you switch out. I put on here, stop making promises to spirit and then switching the script. Making vows in front of spirits and then change up is not good. What Mama said? That's why I say bless me with X to take care of all my needs and wants. I know that's right, Trey. What's up, Illa Milan? What's up there? Happy first day of the month to you as well, Libra. Yes, it is. Wait a minute. Yes, it is. If you won't keep your word, I can't trust anything you say. Let me tell y'all something. When you're around people like me, there's so many spirits that are there and present that are listening. I want to encourage you to leave real spirituality alone until you learn how to keep your word. Leave committing to spirit. If you made a commitment or a vow, I've had people come to me, tell me things, and then they don't keep their word. And I never requested. I never asked you for it. I don't run you down about it. And all of a sudden, spirits start working against that individual. Why? Because there is... I'm going to say this without being whatever. Spirit is not going to allow you to disrespect and make false or bait a man of God or woman of God like you bait other people. And then you decide when you feel like it to switch. Listen here, I have brought down very wealthy people. I have brought down business. I have brought down churches behind the same concept. When you commit to something, you commit your soul to that. And then I have a right to go to God and say, listen, this person said this or this person committed this, and they decided not. I leave it there. I'm trying to tell you, some of you all, when you get into this, if you're going to go to a Loa, if you're going to go to an ancestor, if you're going to go to Jehovah, you're going to go to Yahweh, if you're going to go to Christ Jesus, whoever the deity spirit is, I am so over what you serve and what you believe in. All I'm saying, be a man of your word or woman of your word. And if you say you're going to give an offering of watermelon, if you're going to give an offering of throw a party, because a lot of times when we have certain things going on, we commit to throw certain spirits parties. You have to commit. Spirit doesn't care that you got this and that going on, because you came to spirit and you the one say, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you. I'm trying to tell y'all, be a man or woman to keep your word no matter what's going on, because that is a test. Spirits always want to know, can they trust what come out your mouth? The more you keep your word, the more they will honor your word. I'm going to say this again. The more you keep your word, the more they will honor what comes out your mouth. Remember, in the scripture, it said that Samuel, not one word that he spoke out of his mouth fell to the ground. In other words, everything he spoke came to pass. Do you want to be in a place as a spiritualist where that your credit, your weight of your word is so strong that no matter what you pray, what you speak, God bring it to pass, because he's honoring, because you keep your word. Key says, and knowledge, wisdom, understanding, discernment, to see the blessings when they come. I know that's right, baby. It says, you have not lied to men, but to God. When he heard these words, Ananias dropped dead. That's right. That's in the scripture when Ananias and his wife had purpose to give certain things off of selling their land, and then they decided to renege. That's what I call bait and switch. That's no longer, it's no different than why some people get sued in court when they propose to somebody and the girl go out and get family involved, and they buy dresses and they spend all this money, and you somewhere alone decided, you know what, I ain't finna do that. And that's fine. That is your prerogative. But somebody has went into certain types of debt. They have committed to certain types of things. And so therefore there's some restitution that you should feel obligated to, because now you change your mind. But they made those decisions based off of what you told. Now, if you have never committed to her and said that you want to marry her or him, because y'all know we got same-sex marriage as well, and you never committed to marry them and they jumped up and did that, that's on them. But if you have made a certain commitment out of your mouth and this person is operating on those based off your word, then they have a reasonable expectation for some type of restitution. The same thing when it comes to spirituality. A lot of my victories come a lot because I strive to keep my word with spirit. If I commit to something, if I say I'm going to give them something, I'm going to offer them something, or my padrino or my madrino tell me, Sam or Godson, I need you to bring this and bring that, and I say I'm going to bring it, I bring it. I do not, let me tell y'all something. Me being anointed, me being gifted, me being powerful has nothing to do with me keeping my word. My word has to do with my integrity. And if I want to be honored at a certain level, that's why when I told y'all earlier when I came on that I had something that happened where I wasn't able to come back on. And so Darius called me. He was like, "Are you coming on now?" I said, "No, this XYZ took place." And he was like, "Oh, because you're not. That's not you not keeping your word." You know what I'm saying? That's actually a good thing. But think about how many people that you done been around, even when they lie, you not sharp. You lose value. You lose rank. You lose substance when you don't be a man of your word. If I tell my job, I say, you know what, I'm coming in a certain day, I show up. No, it's important whether it's a natural thing or whether it's a spiritual thing, especially when you are in conjure. It is so important, sir, man. Do not overcommit. I have some of you guys, you never say what you're going to give. You just do. You just say, you know what, I'm going to be a blessing. Or possibly I'm going to send something this Friday. Most people in my life, thank you, Lord. Most people in my life, the reason why my platform is so successful, because most people that tell me they're going to do something, I don't know if Love G is here today, but there's a situation she told me that she was going to do for me, and she did. Actually, she did it before the date that she said she was going to be able to do it. A lot of my success has to do with people keeping their word. A lot of my success spiritually is when spirit keep their word. But it also has to do with me keeping mine. Caesar and DJ Envy dealing with that right now. Bait and switch with people money for real estate deal. And let me tell y'all something. It may look like people getting away with certain things, but that stuff always burn you. I don't care if it's a natural thing. I don't care if it's a spiritual thing. If I'm telling you I'm doing your spiritual work, if I'm doing your conjure, if I'm doing that, it don't matter what it is. You're trusting me and you're looking for the manifestation of said work. Okay? If I never told you it's going to be done in 2 hours, 2 days, or 2 weeks, you have no business having that expectation. But if I told you that in 24 hours this is going to happen, which I probably would never say something like that, because nobody has that kind of control over manifestation. I tell people, things move with me 369. That's what I tell people. Those are my numbers. That's how my spirit moves. And that's what I go on. That's why I go for my own personal life. That's why I go on my children's life. Let me tell y'all something. If I tell my son I'm going to do something, I strive to fulfill that. The reason why my children trust me at a certain level, even if we are in disagreement, is because I strive to keep my word to my children. You can't just wake up one day and just be a man or woman where you just keep your word or keep your commitment. You have to do this with the little things. Don't wait till time to get somebody to trust you with big things when you are not committing yourself to little things. I told many of you guys about my crowning, and many of you guys beautifully stepped up. Some of you guys are still waiting for the opportunity to fulfill your vow. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you guys that like to bait and switch. Do not play. I have broken a lot of people down behind that. I am the wrong person to do bait and switch with. This is to a small smidgen of people that I'm talking to. I'm not talking to a big conglomerate of people. But no matter whether it's Apostle Ely, if I wasn't as anointed, if I wasn't as talented as I was, it's irrelevant. You shouldn't do that because down the road, you got to pay restitution for that stuff. I got some money stuck, put in stocks. They done bait and switch. They draw people in. It doesn't matter how you change up. You're still going to have to pay. You understand? It just pays to be honest. It pays to be upfront. It pays to, if you can't do something, don't commit. If you're not sure, don't say. If you ain't willing to make that sacrifice, don't even bring it up. Because once it's in the air, once it has been spoken, now you obligated. Huh? The reason why I felt compelled to apologize, because nobody made me say I would come back on live. It doesn't matter if it's something that simple. Your word, when you say certain things, you tell people that, like I tell some of my clients, listen, I ain't got your stuff out, or I done sent your stuff out. I want them to trust me. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I have to show a certain level of consistency. Is that my Cheesecake Factory Gemini? All right, there, Chicago, Illinois in the house. What does that have to do with my spirituality? Sweetheart, sir, it has a lot to do with your spirituality. And I'm going to go right back to this again, because I think it's worth repeating. It says, the end result, and I like what she said about DJ Envy them. It said, wherefore should God be angry at thy voice and destroy the works of thine hand? I need y'all to really realize, stop making this a voodoo thing, a hoodoo thing. You cannot just be out here free willy-nilly with your mouth and out here writing checks you cannot cash. You cannot be out here wanting people to believe in your conjure, your manifestation. And then I got other people like, if I'm going to trust you with certain responsibilities in my ministry or around my life, I got to make sure that you keep your word. Huh? I had people tell me, you know what? I thought X amount of money was going to come in, but it did not come in. But I'm still give what I promised to give. And then once they give it, God moves. Everything's a test. I'm telling y'all, spirit will never ask for you or put something on your heart that there is not a blessing behind that. If you are still in a business where you feel like you have to bait and switch to have a relationship, then don't be shocked at what happens to your life after you continue that type of behavior. Because that is not good behavior. That is not good behavior, and that comes with consequences. Okay? I hope a lot of you guys that are going to get into the ATRs, that the deeper you get into this, you're going to find out why this stuff is important. Never offer something to a spirit, an entity, a deity, a god, goddess, a man of God, woman of God, and do not fulfill that. Because at some juncture, and some of y'all feel like, oh, they didn't hear me say that. Spirit heard you. Spirit, and let me tell y'all what you don't want to do either. If you gave the man of God, I'm using myself as an example, this will go for anybody. If you gave the man of God $20, don't go around telling people you gave them $40. That's still lying. I know that in society and in most of the people that grew up in church, you are prone to lie about what you're doing and how much of what you're doing. But I want to encourage you, do not overcommit. Be sober-minded. Be rational. Operate within your means. Show love based off of what you have the capability of doing. But don't just be out here saying things to try to draw people in or trying to get people to like you more or try to depend on you more. Because switching out on people and people like me, you know, we used to term, don't be a switch out. When you switch out, that destroys everything that I thought about you. That destroys my level of confidence in you. That's how important that is. That is not with me. That's with anybody. You want to be as consistent as you can be. You want to be as genuine as you can be. But operate within your means. I have learned over years not to over-obligate myself. Because me being a Sagittarius, I over-obligate. And I done found myself in a situation not being able to. So I say, listen, I'm going to try to come. You know, because I got a lot going on. I try to be upfront with people because some people, could you come over here? Could you do this? Could you do that? And in my heart, I be like, willing. And then when we like, Minister Mara used to tell me sometimes, how you going to do that? You don't have enough time to get that done. How you going to tell them you're going to do this and you got this to do? You forgot about you. And I'm like, oh my God, I did it. I'm telling you guys, even, that's why it's good to write stuff down. Make sure that you have a reasonable outlook about what you have to offer. I was waiting for my check. The bank called and told me the check came back to me. It was sent to my old address, and now I have to wait. See what I'm saying? And guess what? That don't mean that, and I tell people all the time, good intention don't mean that it still didn't happen. This is why I try to encourage people. This is why I try to tell people that this is so important when it comes down to spirituality. And so therefore, when you're being challenged, the whole thing about it is, don't say it in the first place if you can't do it. I'm going to say this again. What's it? I am fighting, trying to stay stable and consistent. Life bumps happen. I had to regroup and get myself together. Let me tell you, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm trying to tell you all, Stay away. I don't know. I'll take that back. When you're in trouble or you have certain needs and you want certain help from certain people, don't overextend yourself and say that you can do certain. I've had people trying to impress me and end up obligating themselves to stuff for whatever reason. They felt that was going to impress me, and then when you can't fulfill those obligations or those said things, it changes things. It changes the energy. It changes how my spirits move. It changes how I look at stuff. And so all I'm trying to encourage many of you guys, if you're going to join me, you don't have to impress Apostle either. Do whatever God has purpose in your heart. Do what God has, what you feel ancestor will have you to do. If you get out here trying to impress somebody of my stature, I am going to hold you accountable for what you say, because I didn't ask you for that. I am not the forgiving type. Okay? I didn't ask for it. I didn't tell you to do it. That's on you. Do not try to impress me. I'm a grown man. I'm 50 years old. I only teach for the grown folks. Okay? I don't have cheering church. I don't do cheering church. So when you getting your incense burns, healing incense, better business, high John, oil of gladness, triple threat, peace incense, love, road opener, mental clarity, blockbuster, money incense, guardian angel incense, ancestor incense, reversal, protection, stop gossip, and court incense. You want to know that I actually did what I said I'm going to do. You don't want me to bait and switch. 1 minute I'm sending you the packet like this, and then after you done bought a couple, now they getting smaller and smaller. You're going to have a problem with that. That's called bait and switch. Huh? Most of y'all that get products from me, I always give extra in the product. You done got used to that. You already know you're not paying for that, but you done got accustomed to that, and therefore you're going to expect that, because that's how I set the relationship up. If I couldn't afford that, then I shouldn't be doing that. Now all of a sudden I want you to send an extra donation to help me recuperate, because I'm out here trying to look like I'm doing better than what I'm doing. You don't do that out here in these spiritual streets. Be consistent about who you are, what you have the capability to operate within your means, and be consistent in that. And guess what? You will gain honor and favor with people, places, and things. I hope this helped. I hope that you really understand where I'm coming from. And that's just not with me. That's with anybody. If every time you and your friend go out, you buying drinks, they're going to come to expect that. That's just life. What's up, Monique 444? That's just life. When you get readings and you get and I give you certain things that you need to do for yourself, and you apply them, you see the result. If you wait on them, it is what it is. But don't be the type of person that bait and switch. Don't build people, oh, don't worry about it, and then switch out. Reading from me. It's the first of the month. New money. New blessing. Oh, that's right. Mr. Mario got it. Y'all have to forgive me. I gave Minister Mario his iPad back today, so I don't have it in front of me. So y'all got to work with me. I trust y'all. Y'all don't crook me. If you send an offering or something, I wouldn't be able to see it, because Minister Mario has the iPad. Scorpio. Okay, where's my cards? And Guardian Angel. I need to do this. Feed my own spirit. Okay, where's, okay. Here we go, Keish. See what time it is, so I can get ready for work tomorrow. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring to light of my eyes, concerning Keish the Scorpio. Keish the Scorpio. Keish the Scorpio. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes, concerning Keish the Scorpio. That What is it that this Scorpio needs to focus on? I need to find where I put my new cards at. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Scorpio. All right. I like that. Start burning incense every day. I know that's right. I burn it every day too. I actually, my cousin had got me some sugar cane, and I've been working with that sugar cane. Oh my good jeez. I went and bought some sugar cane honey. It's because I'm doing some sweet work. All right, Keish. Your first shadow card comes up. Defying gravity. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Va Lamed for my baby Scorpio. It said, I use this name to unleash the power of mind over matter, soul over ego, and spiritual over physical. Yes, baby, that's your focus. My goal is not to renounce the physical world, but to eliminate its control over me, and to become the true captain of my own fate or destiny. This is you getting control of your own destiny. Everything becomes possible. I like that. In shadow for Scorpio. And then your middle card talks about water. Thank you. I appreciate that. I truly appreciate that. Va Mem Bet. It says, with this name, I purify the waters of the earth and awaken the forces of healing and immortality. Immortality talks about youthfulness, the fountain of youth. So, forever young. I like the way Patti LaBelle sang that song. But this card has a lot to do with your ability of how you're going to be able to heal people and work with that healing energy. This is going to be like, to me, if I was you, I would do more like Psalm 91. And then I would do Psalm 100. And then once again, because of Scorpio's sexual energy is coming up on your outcome, this has a lot to do with opportunities, has a lot to do with role opening and benefits 2023. It says Kaf Va Kuf. It says, with this name, I purify my desires so that I share love and energy with my partner, putting his or her needs ahead of my own. I ignite the sexual energy so that my passion helps elevate all existence. I replenish the light that was lost due to any other prior selfish sexual activity. Your outcome card is talking about not giving away your energy. Scorpio rules the genitals. And so when we're working with that area, it's all about producing and creativity and reproduction. So be careful about who you give opportunities to, and utilize wisdom to know who's going to support you and open doors versus who's trying to shut them. I would do Psalm 59 though, as well. Oh, that's right. I forgot that. I ain't even gonna lie, baby. You sure did to ask me that. I sure did. All right, guys. Money for Apostle Ely. Ancestor, money, and reading. Okay, Darius. Hold on. What I did? Oh, in my pen. Darius. Pisces. And then ancestor and money, and then read it. Did I read that right there? It's money for Apostle Ely. Okay. I think I read that right. Okay. This one. And then this one. And then ancestor. Okay. And Minister Al. Aquarius. Reading. Okay. Thank you. I was like, and that's a shame. I got glasses on, still be tripping. Check Cash App. Did I just see something wrong? What's up, that Karen Cartwright? Okay. I'm gonna do a reading, if I'm not mistaken, for my baby Scorpio, and then Darius. Where's my lighter? And then Minister Al. So we got Scorpio, Pisces, and then Aquarius. In that order. On my day of power, of manifestation. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring it to the light. Wait a minute, I just read for her. Darius is next, my bad. I almost better do it again. Darius, and now Aquarius. Okay. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes, concerning Darius the Pisces. Darius the Pisces. Darius the Pisces. Woo, feel that. Darius the Pisces. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes, concerning this Pisces. What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? Cartwright. Karen. Cancer reading. All right. Darius Pisces. Your shadow card in Pisces comes up. Victory card in shadow, focusing on your victory and overcoming. This is hold on. Rakeem. Aries reading. I got you. Pisces has come up as the victory card in shadow. So that's Psalm 25. It says, Pei Hey Lamed. It said, I am ready to battle the nasty habits and the unpleasant character traits that I have not been able to get rid of. This name ensures my victory over the forces of ego. I am imbued with emotional power and discipline to triumph over all self-centered impulses and negative desires. This is you getting control and victory over anything that was standing in your way, not even self. Then your middle card says the silent partner. That's what's going on. It says Yud Resh Tav. It says tithing and meditation upon this sequence of letters. Remove the dark forces present from my earning. This has a lot to do with your finances. It says, and their destructive influences in my life. It says, the light is now my silent partner. This is saying, it says, I am surrounded by endless blessing and protection. It is a partnership made in heaven. This is talking about being your finances being protected from destruction or destructive energies or whatever. I would say jealousy. And then your outcome card, Pisces, comes up happiness. Your outcome card has to do with happiness. Va he va. It said, I find strength to restrain selfish longing. Through this name, I ask for what my soul needs and not what my ego wants, Pisces. It said, I find deep appreciation for whatever life brings me. This brings me happiness in the deepest of sense. 2023, the more spiritual and the more, as it said, the Bible said it like this. I wish above all that you prosper, be in health, even as your soul prosper. Your blessing will operate in parallel in 2023 according to your soul growth, which is a good thing. Minister Al. Just let me know you're listening, sir. Aquarius. Then after Mr. Minister Al, We're going to have Karen, Cancer reading, and then we're going to have Rakeem, Aries reading. Just let me know you're listening, and I will move forward. Okay, there you go. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bringing to light of my eyes concerning Minister Al, the Aquarius. Minister Eba Sanderediosai. Esa. Minister Al Ebanderediosai. Rabanderedebehesa. Ebo Sandebebese. That which is in the dark, bringing to the light of my eyes concerning this Aquarius. What is it that this Aquarius needs to be focused on? What should this Aquarius be focused on? All right, Aquarius. All right, Minister Al, let's see what's going on with my Aquarius. All right, your shadow card comes up. Stop fatal attraction. It says, Yud, Yud, Yud. It said, I am the high priest of my temple, of my own being. This has a lot with you, basic, because this is definitely Aquarius. This is just knowing that you have the energy you have, and you are also in a position where you're not here to emulate what other people are doing, but you're here to do create your own path. It said, through the power of this name, my soul is imbued with divine energy, and evil people are banished from my presence. The more you become you, the more people that do not resonate with you will be driven from your presence. But I would do Psalm 59 before I go to bed on tonight. Then your middle card, Aquarius, comes up, heaven on earth. Yud, Zayin, Lamed. It said, I ignite the light. Both of your cards are talking about basically the Christ energy on the inside. It's because here it comes up again about the light of the Messiah within myself, within others, and throughout the planet. The concept of heaven on earth becomes conceivable and achievable. So the way it's coming through on these cards, it's like the more your light shines, the people that are repelled by that light, do not be shocked. When the scripture says you are set on a hill that cannot be hid, that's what I feel like is going on right now, because this is talking about things of being able to be conceived, the idea, and then achieved. Okay? And then here comes Psalms 91 verse 11. Angelic influence. Your outcome card is basically sending out and giving authorization to your angels to go before you and to prosper you in your way. It says, hey, Zayin Yud. It says, using this name, I can now access the network of angels. I can now remove negative angels and their chaotic influence in my life and ignite the support and assistance of positive angels. So this is basically telling your spirits to remove negative spirits, or apprehend, bind, or whatever word you may want to use, but also to cause them to prosper, to cause your 2023 to become more prosperous and more favorable to you. It has to do with you giving permission to those angels. That's Psalm 91 verse 11. Aquarius. All right. And now we got Karen. Where's my Karen Cartwright? Let me know if you're listening so I can do your read. Eh, Sando Rabashe. Who felt that? Let me know you're listening. And after that, Rakeem, you're next. Okay, there she go. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bringing to light of my eyes concerning Karen, the Cancer. Karen, the Cancer. I feel that power. Karen, the Cancer. That which is in the dark, bringing to the light of my eyes concerning this Cancer. Karen, the Cancer. What is it that this Cancer needs to be focused on? What is it that this Cancer needs to be focused on? All right, here we go. Cartwright. Hey, 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 hey. Don't you know no good? All right. Cancer, your card comes up, your shadow card comes up, dumping depression in shadow. It says, hey, Kuf Mem. It said, I have now been bestowed with emotional strength to stand after I have stumbled, to rise after I have fallen, and to endure when the path seems endurable. This card coming up in shadow, making you recognize that you are strong enough to get through what you're going through. This card has a lot to do with strengthening you and focusing on your emotional strength, or I like my son would say emotional intelligence, Cancer. But this card saying even the things you've gone through, but you've gotten through them, and you will get through this. Focus on strengthening self. Then your middle card, Karen, says sexual energy. It says for Cancer, it says Kaf Va Kuf. It said, with this name, I purify my desire so that I share love and energy with my partner, putting his or her needs ahead of my own. I ignite the sexual energy so that my passion helps elevate all existence. I replenish the light that was lost due to any selfish sexual activity. This card right here is when I'm looking at how your cards are falling, especially when Cancer is going through, they become withdrawn. They don't want to be touched. Do not allow what you're going through to hinder your sexual energy, because your sexual energy is also your road opening energy. But this card right here is also talking about some form of passion and not allowing your passion to be, because it talks about purifying your desire, making sure you're doing things for the right reason and because it's supposed to elevate you. Because this card right here in the middle talking about elevation. So this to me would be Psalm 27 for you, Cancer. And your outcome card is diffusing negative energy and stress. There's a theme going on here with these cards, my Cancer. It says Kaf He Tab. It said purify. Here it come again. Purifying light banishes the unseen omnipotent forces and deactivates harmful influences that may be lurking by, especially those that dwell inside me. Stress is dissolved, pressure is released, balance and positive energy permeates my being and my world. Cancer, this card has a lot to do. The more balance and the more peace you are on the inside, it will affect your outside. But this card is definitely talking about deactivating harmful influences around you. So do not allow people to get you in certain figure. If you don't have my bath cleanser, make sure you do some form of cleansing, because these cards still make like certain things are going on with you that it's trying to stabilize. Stress, pressure should be getting better and further you get into 2023, because it talks about balance and positive energy. All right. And I still would read Psalm 102, because you still got a reason to praise him based off that reading right there that you made it. Oh, thank you, sir. You quite welcome, darling. Rakeem, where you at? I Am Nation. What's up, Shamari from Chi-Town? Just let me know, Rakeem, you're listening, and I will move forward. We record, you all get, okay, there you go. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes, concerning Rakeem the Aries. Rakeem the Aries. Rakeem the Edidiosa. Rakeem the Aries. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes, concerning Rakeem the Aries. What is it that this Aries needs to focus on? What is that this Aries needs to focus on? All right, here we go, Aries. Woo! All right, Aries, come through now. Your shadow card comes up, umbilical cord. So this is a very spiritual card coming up for Aries. It says, hey, Resh Chet. It said, I am not established the umbilical cord or the connection to divine energy. Aries, ensuring the constant glimmer of light in my life, especially now when I am in a place of darkness. This card is shadow coming up for Aries. There is light in darkness. It does. In other words, the scripture said like that, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. This card right here is saying even though things may be dark, you still see your way. You're your own light. The fire within you, your passion in you gives you the light. You don't need anybody to turn the light on. You're going to be able to see your way through, no matter how dark it may get. But I like this card because this is a very spiritual card. So something is going on, but you're seeing your way through it. Then your middle card say DNA of the soul. Yes, baby. Aleph, Kaf, Aleph. It said, with this name I will receive nothing less than the full impact of creation. I restore meaning to my life that often feeling meaningless, and purpose to a world that often appears aimless. Order emerges, structure emerges, and everything is tidied up. This right here, card right here, now this is a mature card coming up for Aries, because I feel like based off of the, your shadow card and this present card, is that you're getting your life together and you're actually working towards certain goals and you're being consistent, because this is talking about structure. This is about putting stuff together, and it also talks about things getting in alignment and having substance, because my moon is an Aries, sometimes we can be impulsive and shallow, but it seems like certain things are going on that you're doing things that actually mean something to you, and you are driven by a real passion. Aries, your outcome card is talking about speaking your mind. Nun Tav He. It said, when I need to tell the truth, this name gives me the courage to open my heart before I open my mouth. Seems like to me you're getting more wisdom and you're getting a lot more smart about what to say, when to say, and how to say it. It said, and when I need to hear the truth, it gives me the strength to open my ears and close my mouth. I am really inclined to believe that there's been some personal maturity, so personal growth. What they call it the come to Jesus moment. I feel like for this, because Aries is normally youthful and playful, but this has a lot to do with maturity and getting things together and self-reflecting and having a choice about what to say and what to not to say. I really like this because this, for a male, this is a lot of maturity that I see coming up in this cards. All right, guys. I would read for those cards that I was looking at. I would do Psalm 23, but I would definitely do Psalm 112 and 113 before I go to bed for your finances. Thanks, Apostle. In advance, I have been displaced from my home, and there is something I can do for. Wait a minute, it's something I can do for my ancestors. I'm sorry, class. What's this third? Thank you, Mr. Mario. Oh, no problem. That money and cent and roll opener. Or you can send or get a bayberry candle from my website. That's why I said Psalm 112 and 113 for your finances. Thank you, Natasha. I almost forgot. Y'all please hit that like button. And once again, God couldn't have blessed me with a better crew. In the comments that you guys are leaving behind on those videos are well thought out, and they're sincere and they're truthful. And if I know how I feel when I read, I can imagine who else will when they get an opportunity to see this video or see those videos and read those comments that you guys are putting out there. It is extraordinary, and I am very thankful. I'm more excited about being crowned and getting things off the ground like never before. I just appreciate those that are supporting and have you continue to support and commit. Much love. All right, I think that's for everybody. I do have to go to work tomorrow. I don't know what time it's Friday, so I don't know what time to get off. But if I'm off at a decent time, I will be coming on live. Okay, guys? If I get off on a decent time. But y'all know how UPS is. Thank you, Apostle. We'll contact you for a session. No problem. No problem. Appreciate you, Aries. Appreciate you, Aquarius. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, love. Blessings. Good night.